Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Dungeons & Dragons: The Second Age. How are we all doing?
Worried.
Concerned.
Oh yeah, definitely, without a doubt.
Surely there won't be more shroom people.
Okay.
I'm not worried about the shroom people. I'm worried about everything else.
I'm worried about everything, including the shroom people.
Yep.
Okay. Good to know. So, speaking of mushroom people, does anyone want to recap what it is that happened to your group the last time we played this game?
Oof.
Oh, where did we start?
We started by. I'm pretty sure we started by meeting up with the.
Yes,
Pretty
you
yeah,
got a
that's-
note saying that the captain who you had been instructed to meet up with had arrived in port.
Yes. From there, we. Well, she made some demands. In order to, accept transporting us. A few of those were a bunch of holy water, of which we got to keep a little bit. A boat would have been nice, which we managed to do by trading. Well, we have it on loan, I guess, in exchange for a magical artifact as kind of as bail, I guess you could say, but also it's being fixed in the meanwhile, and hopefully we can scrounge together the money to pay them by the time we're back. But yeah, I think those were those were basically all the preparations we needed to make. As we were finished, I don't think we did anything else special. We headed out to the island. We sailed out. Weren't noticed by the rocks that were flying around, and landed on the island.
Indeed.
I think, well, and then there's one more important thing. Like as we landed, we took a look at the village, or I'll just call it the village for now. We saw figures moving around. We decided to retreat to the forest and stay there for a bit. However, as we went into the forest, we encountered humans covered in mushrooms, not all dead, and yeah,
Not all dead.
Not all dead.
nope.
Still
The
alive.
humans, that is.
Very creepy.
So yeah,
Yeah, believe it
After
or not,
that,
we did not sleep in that forest.
we pulled back, set up Leoman's tiny hut, had a sleep, probably made our presence known, but
Yeah, Arya
If-
spotted some things moving around on the border of the forest as you slept.
we can't be sure, and we're probably gonna have a look at what's going on with all the figures in the village. But yeah, that's basically where we are.
Okay. So, as we resume our game, the four of you, having geared up the layman's tiny hut, long since dispersed as the morning rays are coming up from the east over the island. You begin wandering in towards the outskirts of this town that you've seen from a distance. Are you approaching from like directly into the town, or are you heading back through the forest?
I do not want to go back in that forest. I mean, it's
I
dangerous.
feel like we might as well approach it directly, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in that case, as you approach,
It's actually very pretty and not
Yeah.
creepy. But it's probably
Oh,
going to be
well,
filled
this
with
bit over here is
demons.
kind of creepy.
No, that's fine. That's just
Eh,
forest.
yeah, it's just a rock. It's fine.
I mean, it's vaguely ominous.
No,
It's
it's just
vaguely
like the shade of the
ominous.
forest.
It's like moss in the shadow.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little ominous, but like, look at all this bright green sunlight. It's fine.
So yeah, as you approach the border of this town, it looks as if, at least at some point previously, it may have had a small curtain wall around it that seems to. Perhaps at some point it was either in the process of being constructed or being deconstructed, one of the two. It's difficult to tell. But the curtain wall has long since been pulled apart by the emergence of nature from around it, to the point where the curtain wall no longer impedes anything other than being a small pile of rocks. And as you come towards the town buildings, you can see that despite the clear age of many of the buildings, quite a few of them have remained intact, and their construction is fairly spectacular. A number of them seem to have been built from treated wood and timber that barely seems to have any sign of decay at all. And pretty much, whilst you recognise the basics of some of the buildings, much of the architecture is from an era that a lot of you, perhaps with the exception of Elizabeth, don't recognise. And yeah, basically, as you step towards this into the shadow of the buildings, everyone give me perception checks.
Let's see. Will we have elf eyes again, or?
No,
Oh,
the elf eyes are a little rusty. Also, it's not me actually. Can Lyra make a perception check?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, could Scarlet make one?
If she really wants to.
Get the animal
Oh,
companions
Lyra,
in
what
there.
the fuck? That's
Trying
like the
to
worst
mess.
perception check Lyra's ever done.
Oh well.
Oh wow,
Wow.
It's okay. We've got the Ganassi eyes. Kind
Okay.
of. Yeah.
Let's say skull. Okay.
So, Elizabeth, as you cast your gaze around as you're entering into like the part that you're stepping into seems to be like the remnants of a small, like tightly packed, perhaps residential area. You cast your gaze around, and any signs of human habitation are sort of long expired. There's no all of the paths underfoot have become undergrown or overgrown with grass and moss and other things, leaving only the occasional sort of like flagstone to indicate perhaps there might have once have been a path here. And fresh plant growth seems to be in abundance around the surrounding area. Through the windows of a couple of buildings, you spy what may perhaps be like faint movement. Whether there's occupants or animal life in these buildings still, you're not too sure. But any sign that this town is being maintained and is occupied is long gone. This place has basically been consumed by nature.
Okay. mean, Elizabeth will probably just go. I think I can see movement up ahead, but it's difficult to tell what.
Well, I'm not sure if we want to approach this stealthily or openly, considering odds are that it's not going to be anyone friendly. However, we don't really want to sneak up on friendlies.
I mean, also, what are the odds of us really sneaking in at this point? Sneaking anywhere at this point.
That's also true.
Besides Arya.
Well,
I guess we should just be aware.
well, let's try. As long as you can try and avoid an ambush, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, just keep your weapons out.
Okay, so you're all drawing and priming weapons.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, you said the last session you'd already cast Mage Armor at the start of the day, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So, as you advance cautiously through the streets, I guess what is your lowest passive stealth?
It's not gonna be me.
No, not gonna be me
Obviously,
either.
Graham.
I don't. Passive?
11?
Well, I guess it would be 0, but because we have this disadvantage by default, subtract 5, right?
Oh.
Oh well, yeah. What is your? Because it'll be your. If you don't have it trained, it'll be your dexterity stat.
Oh yeah, the 0. Or well, 10. Though. Well, plus 0, so 10. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So your passive is 10. Okay. Okay. I need to look at my notes.
That's definitely not a concerning question
Okay.
to be asked.
No, that's fine.
So, as you are, who's leading this?
Assume either me or Kelariis, right? So either like the survivalist or the tank.
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
even both.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we could also just walk.
Yeah, side by side, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
Does Grim have thoughts about that?
Oh no, I was more thinking like considering Elizabeth was the one that noticed something. She might be good, but she can guide us from behind us.
I mean, yeah, I can walk
But yeah,
behind you
I-
guys.
Keeping Arya in front would
Yeah.
definitely be.
okay, so Arya, actually, I suppose it makes sense for it makes sense for Arya and Lyra to be the first ones to spot this. You wander a short distance through the streets until you come across what perhaps once may have been like a town square or like a small public gathering space within the walls of this town, which at some point may have had a single tree planted at the centre that has now grown into a monolithic oak tree that looks absolutely ancient. This thing now dominates the centre of this area of buildings, and mixed into its knotted and gnarled roots are like several pieces of like stone that were presumably once either parts of buildings or parts of the road itself. In the boughs of this tree, you notice two things. the first of which, in where the shade is cast here from the tree boughs and the branches themselves, there is there's obviously quite a degree of rot and damper conditions, and another group of mushrooms is here growing underneath the tree. Quite a wide area just along one side of the tree, presumably the side of the tree that gets the least sun. And standing not a short distance from that is a humanoid figure who appears to have its back to you. What's your initial reaction to this?
Should probably hail them.
Are we sure?
Well, I don't
We
want to.
definitely stop walking. Like, put that one
Yeah.
out there.
So you all stop.
Yeah. I don't feel exactly interested in hailing what probably is a demon.
Yeah, but like on the off chance that it isn't, like, don't really want to just bang strangers in the head.
I mean, I don't think we were gonna necessarily straight out it.
Are you having this conversation in character?
Yeah,
I guess-
probably.
I guess
Okay.
so.
So, as you have this conversation, the figure appears to it doesn't appear to be doing anything when you first start approaching. You start having a conversation under your breath, and the figure almost seems to stop, pause for a moment, and begins to turn towards you. As it turns towards you, you can see that the figure appears to perhaps once have been a human, about sort of human height, human build, human stature. However, from almost I guess I would say the top of the jaw and above appears to have grown some massive fungal growth that has I guess with your both Arya and Elizabeth's perception, it looks like this thing has grown to expand beyond where the skull normally would be, and there's small smooth patches in it that perhaps are maybe even pieces of the original skull.
Oh no.
Fantastic.
It begins to lumber slowly in your direction.
Arya?
I'm gonna assume that this is hostile. Remember what
Yeah.
the shroom lady said? Don't breathe. I think that it applies here too.
Probably. Arya, do you wanna
It's very rapidly getting closer to you, and
shoot?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot it.
okay, make me an attack roll. Okay, that's a hit. Roll some damage. Okay, so you strike it with an arrow. It embeds into the torso, and it doesn't even seem to slow this creature
Yeah,
down.
that's what I was worried about.
Let's go here very briefly.
Fantastic.
As Ironclaw, Kelariis. No, so Kelariis was level. Elizabeth,
And fucking fastic.
Grim. I'm gonna need all of you to roll initiative real quick. Oops, I did not want to
Damn.
pop that out. Okay, so Arya, you take a pot shot, it embeds itself in this creature's torso, and the creature just keeps on coming. Kelariis, react.
I think I will probably not want to get too close to it right away, so I'm going to chuck my spear.
Okay.
Spear.
Hit.
Ignore the
Yep.
the re-rate. Yeah.
Okay. It's still coming.
Yeah, I mean, I get a second one, so I guess.
Okay, so you're recalling it.
Yeah, and I guess just chuck it again, because I want to
Yep.
try to hit it as much as possible when it's not next to us. So.
Okay,
you know.
hit.
Hey, there you go.
Okay, so. Okay. So you're with the first spear just like lodges through the torso and like staggers it for a second. You pull it back, throw it again, and this one like pierces through the growth on its skull, and you watch as it like it deflates and disperses like a cloud into the air around it, and it collapses.
Might want to stay back for a bit. before
Yeah, I
we-
was like, let's not step anywhere near that.
Yeah. After a few seconds, it does seem to sort of like disperse and like settle onto the ground.
Yeah, I'm pretty worried about like toxic fucking
Yeah.
spores. So
Yeah.
let's stay away from any weird looking gas or clouds
Or mushrooms.
or mushrooms. Just stay away.
just don't.
Don't like this. Don't want this in my life.
Oh no.
Just vigorously shake off cholesterol.
Yeah, just
Gross.
It's like, fantastic.
yeah, you do. You notice, like, as you sort of like shake your spear off, there are like a number of like almost like like tiny sticky yellow dots, just like all along the blade that don't seem to want to shake off.
That's bad.
Stab it in the ground.
I was gonna
Maybe
say, like,
it'll
when
come off in the dirt.
well, there's also like grass, and I don't want to fuck up the grass nearby. Oh well.
Yep, 'cause that's our
I don't know.
concern.
Look,
Okay.
I am thinking about. I don't want to fuck up the grass too, but it's Yeah, is there a way that I can get it off of the?
Yeah, you try like wiping it in the ground, and it seems to mostly come away.
Okay, it just like doesn't shake off easily.
Yeah, it seems to be sticky in some sense.
Fantastic.
Well, we should probably figure this out earlier rather than later. Fire?
Oh, like burning them?
Yeah,
Well,
let's
that
see if
might
we
be
can
a good
burn it
idea.
off.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
Fucking-
We'll just, what
Tinder
lights?
rocks it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get some grass and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so you're making a small fire and trying to burn it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you spend a few moments lighting a small fire. You hold the blade of the spear over the flames, and you watch actually as they seem to combust quite quickly. So yeah, you burn them away in a matter of seconds.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that fire might be
Good.
The order
a
of
good
the day.
solution. Yeah.
Perhaps.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll bear
I
that
think
in mind.
I think you're the only one that can really utilize it, but we
Yeah,
should
at least
probably.
from a distance. Well, actually, no. Can't Arya still make fire arrows?
If she has the spell prepared.
Yeah, I have this well prepared.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Well,
Two
keep
options.
keep that in mind when we fight them, I guess. Also, I was surprised that it's all on its own, actually.
Yeah, well,
It might not be.
I feel
is
like
the-
we have time to wonder while we walk. I think we should
Yeah.
be going as quickly as possible to that, whatever that building is. And yeah,
Okay. Yeah, you point
Point
to
to the
the
big, large-
large building in the distance.
whatever it is, it's got to be important.
Yeah.
You know what? This is supposed to be mildly terrifying, but this is kind of a pretty place.
So yeah, as you continue forwards further into the streets, yeah, you notice more buildings, recognizable sort of structures. You see one with a sign that hangs down that perhaps was once a store or an inn or something. There's the ruined steeple of what might once have been a church or some other gathering place. And as you travel again, Elizabeth and Arya, you just every now and again you become aware of like faint movements in amongst the buildings. Sometimes it seems to be animals, other times it's just shapes in the dark areas of buildings. And I guess this is the part where I roll 1d100. Okay.
The best part. Hopefully.
Okay. So, Elizabeth, as you're sort of like taking in the surrounding details, you look up towards the large building and sort of notice its silhouette against the mountain. You follow the path of the mountain up, and then as you're sort of looking up at the sky, you watch as the wheeling shapes that spin and twist in the air currents above the mountains. Three of them break off and begin to swoop towards the town.
Ooh. Yeah, in that case, Elizabeth's just going to say, "Oh, I think we might be about to have company soon, unless we can find somewhere to hide." And we'll point up at them.
Yeah, it didn't sound like something you want to mess with, so...
Can we just duck into one of the houses?
Is that safe?
Probably not.
Are they safe?
Well,
You
have-
have maybe a few moments to make a decision before they will be in.
let's head into
eyesight of you.
the store.
Okay. So you duck inside this what was perhaps once a store. Any evidence of like a wares or anything like that seems to have disappeared or deteriorated, at least in this first room. Instead, lining the basically the entire back wall and a set of stairs leading upwards are a phenomenal number of sprouts of small black-capped mushrooms. But yeah, I guess make me a stealth check.
Oh no.
Mm,
Oh no.
I'm sure this is fine.
Oh, probably roll with disadvantage, don't we?
High five!
Well,
oh my god, please.
5 solidarity.
Heavy armor high fives.
28!
Wow.
Holy shit, Arya.
Can we like just average the number?
Spread it out amongst you so it's
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, Arya, donate like 8 of those. Donate some of those points.
Yeah.
One day we'll successfully roll stealth in our armor.
You know what? I'll take anything that isn't that one, to be honest.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
fair.
no, that's fair.
Let's move that across a little. Give me just a second as I draw something. Okay. So, you are taking cover in a store. Please position yourselves inside the store where you are taking cover.
Where are the bad mushrooms? Is it on this side?
Yeah, sorry, let me...
Well, I say bad mushrooms. I made an assumption, but you know.
They're probably bad.
Track record of the mushrooms in this area.
I've already used black, so I'm going to use a darkish purple. Yeah, basically covering like this back wall here,
Okay.
and along this set of stairs in the back as well. I'll indicate better that that's a set of stairs. Oops.
Doorway.
Try to stay at least 10 feet from these rooms.
Yeah, I'm like far. It's fine. Okay, I guess we should be behind shelves, huh? Just right, because there's like windows, I assume, or what used to be windows.
Yes. Basically, the I will actually good point. I will draw that in blue. Yeah, the entirety of these bits here are windowed in, at least in part. I'm gonna have trouble drawing that on the diagonals, but yeah, you get the idea. Like, it's on the diagonals as well.
Walls or
Yeah.
window. Okay.
Well, okay, so you're all taking cover. Cool. So two things happen simultaneously. In the street outside, three large bird creatures land in the street and begin sort of like sniffing the air and looking around. And as they begin to sort of like cark and chitter at each other, like, and almost seemingly in response to that noise, from behind a very like tattered, half hanging off its frame door, it creaks inwards as from the back room. couple more creatures emerge. And one over here. So, as they stagger out of this the back room and begin to sort of like look around, again they look up towards the source of this sound and begin to like shamble towards it. They don't seem to be aware of your presence. But the creatures outside are definitely looking for you. Everybody go ahead and roll me initiative.
Okay. This can't go wrong.
Say
Ah!
that.
Natural
You know what
20.
though? It wasn't a 1.
Can I just point out as well, Group is just like, it can't go wrong, and the only person it went wrong for was him.
Well, you say I strategically delayed my turn.
Oh, yeah. By random, yeah, you strategically delayed
Strategically
random
delayed
chance.
your turn.
I mean, honestly though, that's not the worst roll we've seen Grim get.
That's true.
So,
No,
Bad
it's
work.
not, but he's still dead last.
Wow.
fine.
Okay, so Arya, how are you reacting to this turn of events?
I'm going to cast flame arrows.
Okay.
Which, yeah, you just, it's
So-
like an hour-long spell,
What components does flame arrows have?
and, doesn't say.
Yes, it does.
You know, I have-
Verbal and somnatic. So the
Why does it say
VNS.
that?
The VNS ticks.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I just minimized that for you. Didn't mean to do that.
it's fine.
Yeah, the VNS ticks. So it's verbal and somatic. So you have to move your hands and say words.
Right.
Okay, so you begin muttering the incantation under your breath, which has the immediate effect of two things. The creatures outside turn and spot you and point at you with their taloned claws, as well as the attention of the shambling humanoids seems to turn towards you as well.
Great.
So that's your action.
I really don't want Lyra anything near these guys, so she's going to be kind of useless in this fight. Yeah, Lyra's just gonna stay back.
Okay. So you're not doing anything else. You're just casting that spell and
No.
leaving it. Okay. Yeah. I guess in that case, let's play some combat music now that you've been spotted. Elizabeth, your turn to react.
Yep. Oh god. Guess she'd probably just panic cast good old fireball at the nearest shambling dude.
Okay. What components does that have?
Let me double check. Verbal and somnatic.
Okay. You let go of firebolt. Hit.
Roll. Take damage.
Okay, cool.
That's a lot of damage.
I also 100% heard fireball, and I was like, maybe don't
Yeah.
cast that at the nearest one.
No, I'm not doing fireball. That'd be dumb.
Okay.
Also hit us.
That'd be really dumb.
It does not get its fortitude save because that's fire damage. So you watch as like your firebolt like licks up the body, and you watch as basically like the engorged like headspace just ignites and just goes. And yeah, it keels over.
Well, that seemed
Lovely.
effective.
Yeah.
The other two have definitely seen you, as have the creatures outside.
Yep. But yeah, that was her action. So I guess she's just sort of. I don't think she'd move. So I'm just gonna stay here.
Okay, you're just gonna stay hunkered down.
Yeah.
Kelariis.
Did I see that one up here catch fire?
Yes.
And can I assume that that was Elizabeth, because that clearly was not Arya?
Well, you heard Elizabeth talking,
Oh,
doing the incantation and then firing.
And also, yeah, it would have been blue fire.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also fair. Yeah, okay, and it's pretty clear the birds question mark outside have noticed
Yes.
us.
The giant bird people demon things have
Giant
definitely
bird people, demon things.
drawn their attention towards you.
Giant bird, whatever the fucks.
Yeah.
Rocks, right?
Alright.
Vrock, yeah. VROCK.
E17. Oh, okay. Alright. Gonna do some. Oh, this is probably going to be a mistake because they're not going to like the fact that I'm talking, but whatever. I'm going to start moving towards the entrance, but say, Elizabeth, get the mushroom people. Grim, let's
Okay.
get the birds. You know, as you say. Let's see. 25 that way?
Oh, let's hope they're blind.
Yeah, I mean, I think that they're attracted to sound, the mushroom people. So I know that saying that was probably a mistake, but communication is good sometimes. I'm trying to move the turn order so that I can see things while also scrolling sideways. Yeah, I don't want to move outside just yet, so I'll just wait here for a second.
Okay. You do anything with your action, or?
Yeah, wait, hold on. How far can I chuck my spear? So I can never actually remember.
Whereas if you press the cog, you might have inserted it there. Right? Oh, never mind. I
It's
thought it was-
not.
20 feet.
20 feet?
Yeah, 2060 I think is the
20,
spear
yeah,
range.
2060.
Well, I'll just take I'll just
Same as
take
that.
some pot shots at this one then, because I can
Okay.
see out the thing. So at disadvantage. And I'll just roll them both. 1,
Okay.
2.
First does not hit, second does.
Okay. Second one. I think
Okay.
I can stay where it is for now. I'm not gonna try to pull it.
Javelins are 30 feet.
Oh, so it's
that's my
the
spear.
3060.
30.
Oh no, yeah, no, because it's a spear, so it's
Yeah, it's
slightly
a-
different.
Yeah, spears are slightly
Oh,
shorter.
that's a spear. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I should have thrown my javelin, but oh well, it's too late now.
Yeah.
We're fine. I don't think it would have made a difference anyway because I rolled kind of shit on the first roll.
Well, the javelins are non-magical, so they might not have done as much damage.
Yeah. So
I
you
threw my spear.
you throw the spear, and the bird just like the rock just like ducks underneath it, like flattens its body and wings down. You recall it and quickly throw again, and this time it pierces through wing flesh, and it lets out a small screech.
McDonald's demon wings.
So the creature bumps into like the what's it called? Counter in front of it, and sort of like stumbles over it. They are shambling their full movement, so wait, no, hang on. It would move. It would move directly, so it would go that way. Grim, as you hunker behind this thing, it shambles towards where you're hiding, and is basically making a beeline towards Kelariis. Doesn't seem to have noticed you at all.
Excellent.
Vrox. Seeing that this is Yeah, okay. So they begin to screech and cackle to one another. Arya, I think you speak Abyssal, correct?
I do.
So you can actually understand these in a very crude language. They are basically like pointing to you and saying, "More living, come. This could be fun."
Oh, great. Love that for us.
What's their movement speed? 40. Okay. So. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 squeeze. Yeah, it'll move one more so that it's not affected by the squeeze. This guy is going to go. Okay. This one is just going to crash through the window. Poosh.
Of course.
As will this one. Douche.
Oh, nice knowing you guys.
Only the first one gets to attack. So it gets 2 attacks. 22 and a 9.
So the first one hits.
Oh, actually, no, technically it has flanking, so it's a 22 and a 20.
Fuck.
Oof.
All of those hit.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
You take 5 piercing and 11 slashing.
Is that total from both of them?
From both of its attacks, yes. So it like slashes at you with its talons and then like chomps down at you.
Okay, that's fine.
Grim.
I'm a bit in of a predicament because I don't really want to. Can I like try and sneak away from it? Like try to move quietly.
You certainly can. Make me a stealth check.
I believe
Let's see, stealth.
And you will be at half speed if you're going to stealth.
Well, I have this advantage, but I don't think it meant. Nope.
Okay. So you move away at half speed.
Okay. Oh, we'll move. Actually, I don't even know what direction to move.
Come to me.
2, 3.
Okay. So both of them are going to lunge at you because they did hear you. A natural 1 and a 21.
Good God.
21 is enough.
Okay, so they lunge at you with like flailing limbs. One of them manages to connect with you for 6 damage, bludgeoning damage.
There. I clicked away my character sheet. That's fine. It's fine.
So 3.
6 bludgeoning, you said?
6 bludgeoning, yes.
Minus 3 becomes 3.
Okay, Arya.
I will actually still use my action.
Oh yeah,
to
sorry.
make Kelariis attack.
Okay.
Because I feel like we're gonna need it.
Yeah.
Strike.
Do you call which one I attack, or does it like not?
Choose. No, you get to choose.
Well, I guess the one that hit me. So.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just because it just says use reaction to make a weapon attack.
Okay. Here we go.
Hit.
Nice.
Alright.
Whoosh. Is that the one that's like here?
Yep.
Okay.
Plus
Okay.
1 bonus damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plus 1 bonus damage. With the effect of Freedom's Tongue, or your sorry, it's from your passive, isn't it? It's just 1 additional radiant damage, right? Just 1 additional dice of radiant damage.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I seem to remember it has some special property when it hits fiends.
Oh, Freedom's Tongue might do extra damage. Well, so the radiant that I get is just my like on all my rolls now is just
Yes.
smite. Where the fuck is Freedom's Tongue?
It will be
It's in your hands.
Ah.
Shish.
It'll be in artifacts.
When you hit a fiend or undead with this magic weapon, the creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant. So
Okay, so roll another 2d6 because it's a fiend.
As if Kelariis needed more
Good to know.
damage.
Yeah.
well, this is good to know because that will affect how I use my attacks the next turn.
Yeah.
Vaguely.
And it also affect how you use your smite.
And
I mean, I wasn't gonna say it, but you know,
It was implied.
it wasn't.
it has a special effect if it knocks it below a certain health threshold as well, doesn't it?
Yes, I just put it away. Sorry, give me 1 second. I
Yeah.
think it's 25 hit points.
Yes. Okay. It's not below that yet.
Okay. It's okay. Don't get there.
Yeah, just give it a.
I'll make it get there. It's
Just
okay.
give it a turn.
Okay. Arya, it's now your turn.
Alright. I am going to get out my flame arrows and shoot this guy.
Okay.
This guy.
Ignoring the Varrock bearing down on you, you take aim at the zombie. Hit.
Look, I'm more
It's okay,
concerned with the
That's what
zombies.
Lyra's for.
Yeah, exactly.
A piercing plus. Is it 2d6 fire for the flame arrows?
1d6.
Okay, 1d6.
1d6.
Okay.
Wow.
That's bad.
Unfortunate.
Great.
So
Anyway,
a
Lyra's
flaming arrow sinks into its torso.
Yeah. Lyra's gonna bite these things behind us.
Okay.
If she can hit, but she...
That does not
She
hit,
has
unfortunately.
Advantage. Advantage?
Oh, she does have advantage. No, wait.
yes.
Oh, yes, because you're within. No, hang on.
Yes.
It's
Yeah, I think so, right?
I need to check something because it's
Back,
it's
back.
Is it?
it's
If it's pack tactic,
yeah,
you
it-
need to be within 5 feet of the target.
yeah.
Which
but-
I am!
No, you're 10 feet away from the target.
No, I'm attacking the thing right next to me.
No. But you have to have another ally. But you
Yeah.
have a different thing because you
Yeah,
have.
Lyra needs another ally within 5 feet of the target.
No, but I think what Ferrous is saying is that there's a different one with the ranger thing that they use. now.
Yes.
yeah.
It
Like,
is.
And I think
I
it's
think
worded
that's-
differently.
I think you need to attack the same target.
Yes, you do. Wait, no, hang on. Primal guidance. Is it primal guidance? Yes, you need to be within 5 feet of it because you have to be within reach. You and your companions' attacks against these creatures have advantage, and every time you hit them, you deal an extra d8 of damage. But you need to be within 5 feet of the same target.
Okay.
Cool. So that does not hit. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
Okay, Elizabeth.
Cool. I mean, I'm guessing these things look like they're going for Grim now.
Yeah, they seem to have, like, as Grim started running, the clanking of his armor seemed to draw their attention, and they lunged at him.
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, she just firebolt close one.
Okay. So you pop out from behind your cover.
Ah, shit.
That is a hit.
Nice.
Cool. Again, just it ignites and just.
Well, I'll take that.
Oh,
Yep.
does
I'm
that
also gonna
not
check
do this?
something.
Do they not do the same thing that the? I'm sorry, Grim, if I fuck you over by asking this, but do they not do the same thing that the other one did when? he
Yes.
Like, killed without fire.
Yes. Grim is not close enough.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's like literally right around. Okay, I understand.
I'm also just gonna check the stuff.
I wasn't sure if like killing it with fire made it not do that, because that would be good to know. But that's yeah.
Kill it with fire.
Kill it with fire.
I mean, do that anyway. But
Yeah, kill them. I'm killing them with fire. Don't worry.
Kelariis?
I'm gonna do some hits.
Hits.
Yeah, I think I'm going to just try to hit the one in front of me first. Let's see how that goes. Really badly
Okay.
is how that's gonna go, so
No!
Yep.
much better.
Its hide is significantly tougher than you were expecting. Hit.
I'll drop just a first level smite into it because I have 2 on me right now, and that's not ideal.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna do the thing from Freedom's Tongue first.
Yeah.
And then 3 total because it's a fiend? 3d8 for the smite?
Yes.
Yes. Math is hard.
There's
Wow,
a
that's a
lot of.
bad smite.
Okay.
It's still a
So your
big number.
your first swing hits like hardened leather, so you go for a more a swing with more impetus across the chest, and leave a big gouge that like oozes black liquid down its chest.
Gross.
Fun.
5, 10, 15. Lunges at Grim. 22. 4 bludgeoning damage.
So that, well, reduced to 1 then, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The Vrock, upon being struck with your attack, Kelariis, Arya, you understand this again. They screech to one another. It carries the divine. Stop it.
Oh no.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
A Vrock
I don't know,
smashing
this
it
is
through the
fine.
window. Oh yeah!
Oh my god.
Honestly, you being a paladin gets us into so much trouble.
Yeah, fuck.
I don't know what you're talking about.
To be fair, it
Everyone's
gets us into
like,
loads
"Oh,
of
God."
trouble, but it also gets us out of a lot of jams.
So
totally worth.
the Vrock next to Arya unfurls its wings, fills its lungs, and screams into the air. I need everybody except Grim to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Damn.
Excellent. The one thing I'm definitely worried about.
I know, right?
Yeah. +5.
Oof, that's bad.
Okay,
That's rough.
that is rough, buddy. Arya, you and your companion
buddy.
need to roll. Okay, so Arya, Elizabeth, both with lightning fast reactions, clamp your arms down over your ears as this scream rings out, to the point like your ears hurt even though you're like covering them. Kelariis, you are horrendously unprepared for this as you don't see this thing prepared to screech. You are stunned for a round.
Oh, that's bad.
Oof. Yeah, that's real bad.
That's pretty bad.
Stunned is not the worst.
It's not great though.
At least it's not paralyzed.
The
Yes.
Vrock next to Kelariis will move into the room like this. 5, 10, 15, 20. And it makes a motion where it rubs down its arms with its wings and then flicks them outwards. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw as a series of scaled spores are launched into the air.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
I can still make that when I'm stunned, I assume.
Yes,
Yeah.
it doesn't impede
Yes.
you.
Ah, fuck.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Um,
Doesn't
Four.
fucking matter! What is this?
Okay,
+5 can't save me from a 4.
so Elizabeth and Kelariis, you are poisoned.
Oh joy.
And whilst poisoned in this way, you take 1d10 poison damage at the start of each of your turns.
Does this
Oh,
count
God.
as disease?
No, it's a poison.
Okay, that's just a. Okay, why was it? Yeah, that's fair.
That's bad.
I can fix this. When I'm not stunned.
We can fix it.
We can fix this. It'll be fine. Sorry, how many? What? Sorry, what was the D8 at the beginning? Just.
So, no, at the start of your turn, you will take damage whilst poisoned in this way.
Okay. That is fair. Oh, you will. Yeah, never mind.
Oop. Oh, and you're paralyzed as well. So.
Stunned.
stunned, not paralyzed.
Oh, stunned. Yeah,
Not
sorry.
paralyzed.
Yeah, there's no auto
Important,
crits.
important difference.
Yeah, no auto crits.
But attacks against you do get advantage. Which
Rough.
this rock is going to do. 2 attacks. 25 and 12.
Yeah, first one hits.
So 12 piercing damage as it chomps down on your helpless body.
It's fine.
Grim.
I guess I'll start by shoving this thing away with my shield.
Okay.
Get off me!
So. Oh, it's good.
I don't even think it can beat that. It fails.
Nice.
So 10 feet, is it 5 feet or 10 feet? I can't remember with your feet.
Let's see. It is, I think 5. Yeah, 5 feet.
Okay.
Well, I'll push them back and charge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Finally, you don't have to be quiet anymore. Not that I was quiet when I yelled at Kelariis. but-
It's fine.
And I will start swinging away.
Okay.
At both of me. So that leaves me with 3 attacks. Come on. 1 mace. Nope. Nope.
Nope. There we go.
There we go. I can hit something. I
Out of
promise.
3 of them, I'm glad you hit one.
And don't
Okay.
worry, I rolled a 1 for damage.
So it,
Okay.
as you swing at it, it like grapples with you and like grabs hold of your shield, like knocks your mace aside. The second one, the third swing you get in, clocks it across the beak.
So actually, on my with my final swing, I will try and get its attention.
Okay.
Oh no, wait, it's the wrong one. Where is it? Goading. Oh, there it is. Goading. There we go.
So I will give you the 5 because that's the first one you rolled. DC 15 Wisdom saving throw. You have its attention.
Clearly.
Nice.
Let's see if that's a good thing or not.
Okay. Arya.
Oh my god. Right. Gonna shoot at this last guy here.
Okay.
Nice.
Does that mean we get critical fire?
Yeah. So roll 2d6.
Oh fuck!
Oh, man.
1d6.
Roll the other one. Fuck it
No,
up.
because it's a crit. You roll 2d6.
Oh yeah.
You crit! You crit!
Crit,
Crit!
crit,
Crit!
crit, crit.
Crit! Crit! Crit!
Nice.
Okay. So your last arrow, Arya, you just from like taking cover to block your ears, you knock the flaming arrow, peek out, take a brief glance, release the arrow, and just watch as its head just goes boom.
Hell yeah.
Headshot!
Explosive headshot.
I don't think you want to be explosive against these spore bombs. That sounds like
No.
a horrible idea. But it's still cool.
Uh,
That's fine.
what else?
There.
You sure you don't want to move to place yourself within 5 feet of the rock so she gets advantage?
I guess I could do that.
But then you'd move out of reach of this other Vrock and take an attack of opportunity.
Oh, that's very
yeah,
true.
that's the thing.
Yeah,
Not
it-
focus on Grim, though.
It does have disadvantage.
Yeah, it would have
Yeah, that's a
disadvantage
good
on the
point.
attack roll because of Grim's taunt.
That's a good point.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
move
it
over here.
could
then.
totally be worth it then.
Okay, so
Might be worth the risk.
yeah, it will swipe at you with disadvantage. It will use that one. 14.
Nope.
Nope. Cool.
Nice.
So Lyra may now attack with advantage and deal an extra d8 of damage. Hit.
Rah!
Nice.
Nice.
Nice!
That definitely paid off.
Save that strength.
Risk was
Okay.
worth.
Okay, at initiative count 20, those of you who are aware of your surroundings quickly become aware that you were not the only ones who heard the piercing screech. As shambling from a handful of other buildings nearby comes reinforcements.
Oh fuck.
Ah.
Well, at least they might be slow, right?
Elizabeth.
Okay.
At the start of your turn.
Ah, yes, of course.
Oh, you take 1 poison damage.
Well,
Aha!
see, that's what we like.
There we go. That is what we like. Okay. How many of these fuckers can I take down in one go? Yeah, so I can't hit both groups. It's like a split in bowling. Gotta pick one.
I mean, some is better than none.
Which means, just like in bowling, you go for the bigger one. So yeah, I'm gonna fireball the trio.
Okay.
Fireball!
So that's dex saving throws.
Yep. TC 17. Or take 34 fire damage.
God, I mean, even half, that's a pretty decent chunk.
Yeah.
Cool. 3 of the shambling mushroom men are removed from existence by furious fire.
Nice.
Is that everything?
Yep, that's my turn.
Okay, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Cool. That's
Okay.
much better.
Yeah. With like you wipe away like this burning sensation from your the exposed skin and just like shake yourself down, and you manage to become focused once again.
Am I no longer poisoned?
You are no longer poisoned.
Yay!
Kelariis, you are stunned, so I need 2 con saves from you. Oh no, wait, no, hang on. Do you get a con save against this one? You do not get a con save against the stunning screech, so you just miss your turn.
Oh, that sucks. Okay.
So it's just a con save against poison.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, what is the damage that I should take from it, though?
Oh yes.
Could have got away with it.
I mean,
9.
I'm gonna be honest. Like,
No, I know, I'm being silly.
it's fine. 9 is not the worst that could. Well, it was pretty bad, but it could
You-
have been worse.
You feel the poison burning through your veins as your like your head is reeling from this scream. But you manage to focus up and purge it from your body.
Nice. Does that mean I'm not stunned after this turn, or does it?
You will be unstunned at the end of the Vrock's next turn.
Oh fuck! God damn it!
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. They shamble out of the buildings and begin to like stumble towards you. Okay. One Vrock, sensing that it might be in well, knowing actually that it is in danger, is going to use its stunning screech again. So Elizabeth, Arya, Lyra, Grim, Constitution saving throws, please.
God damn it. I was sitting here with my fingers crossed, hoping it'd be one of those effects that you can that can only
Oh
hit you
my
once for 24
God.
hours.
Oh no!
Okay, so Lyra and Arya are stunned for a round.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I was going to suggest your wing of resistance, but I don't think that's going to help in this case.
No, not within that one.
Elizabeth is stunned and Grim is stunned.
Guys!
I was really hoping it'd be
I
one of
feel
those
I
like.
should maybe. Should I use my indomitable? No, I'll leave it.
Do you get that for rest? Because it might be worth it if you do.
I really wish this was a magical effect.
Oh yeah, well, maybe. No, you're right. I should probably reroll it. Is my
Yeah.
indomitable? Come on. And con save. Oh,
Okay.
that's a lot better.
You are-
Hey.
You feel like the scream pull through you, and you're just like, nope. sheer willpower. Oh yes, I need to roll to see if its thing recharges. It does not. Oh yeah, because it has done that, it is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 50, 80. Okay.
Oh, does mean I
Does
get...
it pass me? Oh no! Fuck.
You're stunned. You're all stunned.
Turn yet. Yeah, no.
No, I'm not
yeah.
stunned.
Oh yeah. So yes. So yeah, you still get attack of opportunity.
Not that I have very high expectations, but every bit counts.
Yeah, every bit counts.
Hit.
Every
Oh.
little helps.
Nice.
Oh, there.
Cool.
Another...
What's with all this minimum damage?
Oh, I'm very good at minimum damage.
You really are. It's quite sad.
Still
The
damage
other Vroks are going to continue to lay into the immobilized targets. 19 and 15 against Kelariis, so that's only one.
though. No, neither of those hit.
Oh. Oh, actually, sorry. With advantage, it's 20 and 23. So
Well, both of
yeah.
those hit then.
Sorry, my mistake.
No, that's
4, 5, 6, 7. 27 combo of slashing and piercing.
Okay, well, that's fantastic.
The other one is going to. It's going to attack the wolf. 21 and 13. I think only the 21 hits, doesn't it? Luka?
Sorry, I had my mic muted. Yes.
Okay.
Lol.
9 piercing damage to Lyra.
I was like talking. I was like, why can't they hear me? It's because my fucking mic was muted.
Grim.
Oh,
Kelariis, you are unstunned.
Thanks.
I feel like Kelariis is in desperate need of aid. Well, maybe not desperate, but actually, how far can I move? Can I get there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
Flanking maneuver.
Epic flanking maneuver.
I will swing at it twice.
Okay.
Uh,
Hit, miss.
oh wait,
Oh,
I
wait.
forgot to roll
Yeah,
advantage.
Oh,
I've got
yes.
2
Forgetting-
advantage. So that's hit.
So roll twice again.
Hits and oh, there we go.
So 2 hits.
I should just set that toggle to always advantage again. I
Yeah.
keep forgetting. So come on, good stuff. Oh, it's above minimum damage, and then
Nice,
I will.
nice.
I'll use my bonus action to shout at Kelariis again.
Okay.
Here we go.
Come on, snap out of it!
Come on! What you
You did-
doing? You need to stay awake.
Come on!
There you go.
Hit.
The Jabba!
Oh, whoops. Sorry. How bad is this? Yeah, you know what? I'll lay a smite into this.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's pretty healthy.
Fuck
yeah,
him
I'll
up!
lay a smite into this.
Fuck him up good.
Hold on. Wait, before I do that, let me.
So remember the additional.
Yes. I was
Dice.
rolling that before I forgot it. And I will do. This one has. We haven't. This one is the first time it's getting hit. Is when Grim and I are.
When you and Grim are laying into it, yes.
Yeah, you know what? I'll 3rd level smite it. That's.
Plus an extra d6.
Wait, that's 66?
No, D8.
Or d8, whatever.
Oh, 68.
So it's 6, yeah. So it's. Wait. No, 5d8. 5d8?
It's level of the spell plus 1 plus 1.
Oh,
so,
you only get 1
5.
extra for the. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so
Fine.
it's 5. I was like, I can't count. Ever.
Okay, just like BAM! You score like a blinding smite across its chest.
Get fucked.
Arya.
Aren't I stunned? Or is that?
Oh yes, you are stunned. So Elizabeth stunned.
Yep.
Oh wait, hang on. Actually, sorry. At the top of the initiative count 20, I need to roll percentile. Okay. So at as there has been another screech. I need a d4. That's bad luck.
I don't like this.
Don't like all this standing around. There's work to be done.
Ooh.
Appearing on the scene. 5 more zombies.
Yep.
Well, there's
Elizabeth is stunned. Kelariis.
Hi. I mean, I'm just gonna keep laying into this one
Okay.
for the moment. Let's take my swing.
Hit.
How bad is this one looking? Actually, is a good question
Pretty
now.
bad.
Okay, let's see. How's that going?
That's minus 20. What is the saving throw on Freedom's effect?
The DC is
Yes.
15 wisdom.
15 wisdom.
DC 15 wisdom.
Okay, so you strike up into it and you watch as it just goes and boom, just disappears in ash.
That was a
Nice.
noise.
That was a great noise.
Yeah,
let's
it's a
see how you
hellbird.
Dash.
Yeah. If that's the case, then I will move here and lay into this one. Is
Okay.
That's
That's
flank.
flanking with Arya, yeah.
Nice.
One more swing.
Hit.
That's Oh, I will also throw a low-level smite into this one, so just first level.
Okay.
Oops. Let's make sure I roll that correctly and not break the the command to roll it.
Okay, yeah, this one's looking pretty fucked up.
Here we go.
Crash.
Ah.
Starting to get close.
Crash.
They move a lot faster than you'd think they
Well,
would.
they're dashing.
They are running at maximum speed, so.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, they dashed.
Still, though.
Oh wow, yeah, that is a lot further than I thought.
It's okay, they're still slower than you, Grim.
Damn.
Barely.
Yeah, I don't need to be faster.
Actually, they're probably all just going to stack
Just
up
beat them
because
all
they
down.
can. Rock. Oh yes, roll to recharge. Nope. So this one is going to flick out its wings again. Don't think. No, Elizabeth is not in range. Neither is Grim. So Arya, Lyra, Kelariis, Constitution saving throw, please.
Okay. Arya, you get a +3 to yours.
I think it's out of range. It's 10
Oh,
feet
is she
or
just
Whoa,
out?
I-
Oh, she might be just out of range, actually, you're right.
Lyra's
Sorry.
in range.
Yeah.
so-
Oh, well, Lyra gets the +3.
Okay, Kelariis, you.
Oh my god!
Oh, for fuck's sake.
But Arya was the one who needed it.
Well,
So
Didn't
yeah,
matter.
Arya and Kelariis are poisoned again.
Rad.
And yeah, I guess it can't really move away from here without. Yeah, it's just going to have to rely on that. This guy, however, is going to take wing and ascend 50 feet into the air and
Makes me sad.
squish.
No.
Methinks he's leaving.
Hopefully
Grim.
to get reinforcements.
probably to get reinforcements.
Well, I guess I'll have to start running over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just gonna start shoving these things away from Kelariis.
Okay.
So just a regular old shove.
Okay.
It's not a great roll.
Yeah, first one succeeds.
Well, I get several more shoves, so this will be fine.
Okay. Second fails.
Okay, and I guess I get to make another shove against the one that succeeded before.
Fails again.
Nice.
Grim's just like grabs his shield and just like shoves a bunch of these zombies away as they're like throwing themselves towards the broken window.
Yep.
God. Grim's doing the
Arya.
work.
Y'all are unstunned.
Yeah. The small joys in life.
Alright.
Arya, you take 1 poison damage.
Okay. Guess I'm gonna shoot this one.
I just realised you should be having disadvantage on your attack rolls when you're poisoned, but never mind. So what are you doing, Arya?
Well, I can't shoot the ones nearest to me, right?
You can't shoot anyone without disadvantage because there's somebody within 5 feet of you.
Okay, well, whatever. I'll
Right.
shoot the one ahead of me then.
Okay. Disadvantage? Oh, you're a disadvantage anyway, but...
Yeah.
So actually, funnily enough, that's enough to hit him.
Nice.
Wow.
Wow.
Get fucked.
And then an additional d6 from your flaming arrows.
Nice.
Cool.
And
It is
there's
still up.
Blair's gonna attack the rook.
Okay. Hit. It's extra d8 of damage. Oh, actually, yeah, Arya roll an extra d8 as well. Ah, shame.
That's not good.
I forget you get a d8 when you're within 5 feet of the same enemy. That was massive mispositioning on the part of the zombie, but never mind. It's a stupid creature. Cool. Is that all you're doing?
Yep.
Cool. Elizabeth.
Yeah, much as I'd love to do something about the zombie right next to me, there's a big cluster of zombies that I'm much more effective at dealing with. So I'd rather deal with them first. So I'd like another fireball centered on this guy, because it only hits the zombies.
Okay, cool.
This guy.
Just throw it, curveball it past the rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I don't have to roll attack rolls with this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have disadvantage if it were.
No, I wouldn't. I'm not poisoned anymore.
No, but to aim past him because he's blocking you.
Yeah.
But you don't, so.
Boom. Save against that, zombies.
Cool. I'm just gonna delete him.
Just delete them.
Just delete them. They're just
Get
gone.
out of here.
There were 4 zombies?
Considering them so hard.
5.
5.
I'm just gonna delete him.
Get fucked, zombies.
Yeah. Although there was one within 5 feet of Kelariis.
How dare you?
That is very correct. Kelariis, Constitution saving throw, please.
Sure. If I am poisoned, does that only affect attack rolls? Or does
Attack
that
rolls
also-
and ability checks.
So not saves, okay.
Okay.
I can't roll con saves today, is what I can't do. So this is great.
Yep.
This is probably bad.
That's fine.
How like there are weak
Uh,
zombies.
You feel no ill effects
Oh.
as of yet.
Oh, great. I don't like that.
Don't worry, there'll be plenty of mushrooms tomorrow morning.
End of your turn, Elizabeth.
After the boom, yes.
Kelariis.
I'm gonna hit the rock in front of me, I guess. So just flat rolls because I am poisoned.
Yes.
That's bad. That's better.
First one does not hit. Second one does.
Okay.
Cool. You bring the sword down, and again it like sort of cleaves into its spine, and it shrieks in distress before just rapidly becoming an ash statue that falls apart.
Oh, fun.
Nice.
Cool. That rock is way too far for me to do anything, so I'm going to... I'm just gonna step back right here. And wait, because I can't do anything right now.
Okay. Zombies.
Oh, I'm poisoned.
Oh, you are poisoned.
Oh,
Yes. So you get a save. As does Arya. Actually, I forgot about Arya's save. Arya, con save, please. So you're not unpoisoned yet, Kelariis.
Yeah, that's fair.
Neither is Arya.
Can I move this here instead?
Oh no, I tell a lie. Kelariis is unpoisoned. Arya is not.
Oh.
Except you moved into range,
Yeah.
so
I was
Arya
gonna
gets
say, I
the
realized
bonus.
I'm probably
So,
closer to them
both-
away from them.
although technically this was before when she wasn't because it was
Yeah.
on her turn. So
I'm here for next time, Arya.
yeah,
I got you.
Kelariis is unpoisoned for now.
Although, considering she does still have the ring of resistance that she could use.
Oh, that is true. Do you want to expend a charge of the Ring of Resistance to roll a d4?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, roll a d4.
Admittedly, rolling the d4 is kind of pointless now that we actually
Yeah.
know the DC.
We know the DC's 14.
Yep, you are unpoisoned.
Yay!
Yay!
You will, however, be punched in the face by a zombie.
Oh, okay.
A 5! Whiff!
LOL!
To hit Elizabeth. 14.
Miss!
Nice.
Vrock.
Nice, he's 15 now.
The
That's-
Vrock flies 120 feet off into the distance, and
That's gonna bite us in the ass. I'm all
good fucking
about
bye.
it.
Grim.
How to best shove people away from zombies? Or zombies away from people?
Well, you can
Either
shove
way
this back
works.
through the window, the one next to Arya.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go 1. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shove.
Okay.
Just. And. There we go.
Yep. That is success.
Well, yeah, straight back there. And then, like, with my last bit of movement, like, basically make a big 180 U-turn and shove this last one.
I like to imagine like Grim runs, jumps forward, like uses the zombie as like a pushboard, and then turns around and just punches the zombie in the face with his shield. Just donk. Actually, probably can't reach the face. Probably in the chest.
I'm just the zombie shover.
The zombie show.
That one does not get pushed back.
Well, I have another. I have 2 more attempts actually. So.
Okay.
Come on.
Success.
Fuck him up, Grim. Nice.
Woo.
Nice.
Arya.
Get him.
Right.
Shoot it.
I'm going to shoot.
Move back and shoot it.
Oh, I was gonna shoot this one.
Sure. Whichever.
Either is probably fine at this
Yeah,
point.
because I'll just shoot the other one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Nice.
Ooh. Unfortunately, that zombie is still up.
What?
Because you shot the one next to Elizabeth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, still up.
That's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Elizabeth.
So, I guess I can't. Can I climb over these like shelves?
Yes, they will just. It will take 5 feet of your movement to move like on top of the display cabinet, and then 5 feet to get off. So it will
Okay,
cost
fine.
you 20 feet instead of 10 feet.
Just to go. Yeah. So that's 20 feet. That's fine. I'll probably go to here, and then I'm just gonna fire blast the one
Yep.
here. Firebolt the one that didn't get shot.
Yep. Roll. Boof.
Yay. I don't even roll.
Yeah.
I want to roll.
Minimum damage kills it.
Okay, cool. Minimum damage was 3, so yeah, wow.
Yes.
Alright.
Close to dying.
It had 3
But it's
health.
still nice to roll damage for the stats.
Oh yeah, go ahead. 15.
But yeah,
Kelariis.
I'm gonna
Yeet.
chuck a javelin. Or not javelin, sorry, my spear.
Okay. You summon Corlestro, which is somewhere in an ash pile. Just shook.
Yeah, that's fine.
Actually, no, it's probably still in the rock that's flying away, but sure.
Oh, close enough.
Yeah. Whatever.
It materializes in your hand.
It comes back, that's the important thing.
Hit.
Uh,
Yeah, it explodes.
Nice. I think it
And
It's okay.
okay. After a few hesitant moments, catching your breath, nothing else arrives.
I think we need to move much quicker
Yeah.
now.
Before we do, did anybody else get hit by weird poison, rock, or mushroom bullshit?
I'm guessing that's what the people were using the holy water for those spores that they launched.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah, from the rocks.
Yeah.
In fact, I know that I maybe accidentally inhaled some weird mushroom bullshit, so I'm gonna just... don't want to deal with that in a bad way and hope that laying on hands for 5 will save myself from whatever bad shit that may have caused.
Are you not immune to disease?
Oh, I am.
So, if it is a disease, that would be redundant.
But if
we
it's a
can't-
poison,
True. Well, I guess, do I feel like do I know? Can I tell if I feel like I'm poisoned? Like, that's a really good question to ask. But,
Give me a survival check.
okay. That's gonna
Ah,
go
yes.
about as... Oh,
Nice.
that actually went okay.
Okay. So, it definitely feels like you breathed some of it in, but you can't feel any ill effects from it.
Okay,
Mm.
well, You know what? Let's just hope it's not a really slow-acting thing, and it's probably fine. I'm gonna regular lay on hands myself because I took a couple of bites.
Okay.
How much
Um,
health were you on?
Like 41
Oof.
out of 112, give or take.
It's not great.
meanwhile,
I mean, it's fine. Like, I'm not super concerned about it, but considering we did just fight, and we may have to fight more, I'd rather be safe. Is anybody else super injured?
No.
No.
Grim took like 2 like nibbles.
Yeah, of course.
I
No,
took
don't
4
worry,
damage.
I took 1 poison damage
Okay, well.
while I
that's
had my ward up. So
Um,
basically, I took no damage.
fine. Okay,
wait.
well that's good.
Poison surely goes through the ward if it's because it was from the poison that you being poisoned, right?
I don't know, the ward blocks incoming damage, and that's poison damage, so...
The ward just says incoming damage, right?
Yeah, the ward just says it blocks damage. Let me have a look.
If it says incoming damage, then the
Whenever you take damage, the ward takes the damage instead. That's the exact wording.
It makes very little sense, but
Well, no, it's okay, because the poison was like spores on the body, but the ward was already coating the body, so
that's
it's fine.
true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, also magic, so, you know.
Yeah.
Also magic. Magic don't make sense.
So yeah.
Yeah, don't you worry about me. I'm on 126 out of 127.
So yeah, you catch your breath for a moment. And then, are you moving on as quickly as possible?
Yes.
Although before we move on, I quickly want to like what kind of state is the store in now that we're not like in well fighting.
You can certainly take a look around if you want to make me an investigation check.
It's just a glance really of like, is there anything left intact?
Okay, make me a perception check then. Okay. Looking around amidst all of the decay, rubble, and now ash and corpses, there's very little to be seen out here in the front, if there is anything. Maybe a couple of like old clay pots in a corner, but
It doesn't really tell us what this. Well, I'm guessing there's nothing left here, nor does it tell us what it was.
not really.
Well, we should get going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can.
Yeah, and quickly. I don't want those things coming back.
Oh, considering they come from the sky, they'll probably spot us later again. But till then, shall we move towards the large cathedral thing?
Yeah,
Whatever
it is.
The large, still indistinct structure on the horizon.
Yeah. Well, like on the map, it looked like a thing, so that's what we're going with.
Yeah. It looks important.
It's definitely the largest building in town, by a considerable margin.
So, yeah, we're going
So,
towards there, but I imagine a bit faster.
Although, as we're moving through the town, we might want to keep a lookout for anything that looks intact. Because as much as I, don't want to straight up loot the place, we are gonna need some cash once we get back.
Yeah.
Okay, so you really have two options here. You can move faster than you were moving and make noise and be like keeping an eye out for things that look intact will be more difficult, or you can continue moving at the same pace, looking for things that are intact will be the same difficulty, and you'll be quieter.
Actually, given that we found out these things are attracted to noise, I would rather be quieter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Be
potentially,
quiet.
it'll just slow us down more because we'll encounter more of them.
And we should try and stay under stuff. Like, I don't know how possible that is, of course, but like,
Well,
if the buildings have an overhang, stay under the overhang. in order
yeah,
to-
I guess you just mean like staying rather than walking in the middle of the street, walk nearer the buildings.
Well, no, it's mainly because the things that we're hiding from partially can fly, so they can see us from above.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how well the architecture lends to that kind of.
Cover.
That'll be
Cover,
represented in your respective stealth checks.
Lol.
But yeah, I think we'll use this opportunity to take a short break.
Okay.
Okay.